Screen time, it's a phrase that parents know all too well. We've heard too much screen time can be harmful, but now a new study published in the Journal of American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry suggests it might not be so bad after all. So the data was looking at over 35,000 American kids and their caregivers. Caregivers filled out this comprehensive survey about their child's screen time. They also answered questions addressing the child's psychosocial functioning, such as ability to complete tasks, make friends, etc. And they claimed that kids who spent 1 to 2 hours a day watching TV or playing on digital devices had better levels of social and emotional well-being. I'm going to stop there because I know Dr. Judy is staring at me. So, yes. Dr. Judy, should parents incorporate this into their daily practice?
No! Here, you guys, we always look at these studies and they're being quoted by secondary sources. So I actually went and looked up the actual study, read the entire manuscript. And first of all, this is based on parent reports. So these are parents who self-selected into the study because they want to know about how their children's screen time is affecting their functioning. And yet, the psychosocial functioning variable is only based on 8 questions that are very general, like, does your child worry? Does your child seem a little bit off task? It's not a validated questionnaire. They took 8 questions from a validated questionnaire, but it's only 8 questions. So there's a lot of questions here about this particular study that haven't been answered. And what we do know is that there have been more robust studies that show that children who use about 2 hours of screen time actually perform worse on thought tasks, memory tasks, speed tasks. And on top of that, we know that the American Academy of Pediatrics actually says we have a number of issues with these children, not only obesity, children have issues with peer relations, they have a problem with connecting with people,
attention
maybe
deficit.
academic functioning issues. And so this study, we cannot put so much stock in it because they really didn't do a good job of measuring well-being and psychosocial functioning in children.
What are your recommendations? Because obviously some screen time now, not for really young kids, but parents don't need to beat themselves up if they're out at dinner and like the kid is getting antsy. They don't have to beat themselves up if they occasionally let their child have screen time. But what's
how about good old-fashioned coloring book, crayons, a book?
But what's the advice that you would give parents as far as screen time and limiting it?
So here's my recommendations. First of all, no screen time is just not possible. This is not possible in this world. So it's really good to focus on joint media attention. So using screen time as a time to look at quality videos together and educate the child, that's always recommended. In terms of time frames, I would say it depends on the age. When a child is in their school age years, 1 to 2 hours is probably reasonable, but you have to monitor that. And you should make no screen time zones in the house. So that could be the dinner table, for example, that could be the living room, but certain areas where you just don't bring your devices in, and you can actually have a bin outside of the door of those areas. Throw your devices in before you enter. When you leave, you can take your device out again.
One of the best things about devices nowadays is, as a parent, you can actually see the amount of screen time. It gives you those statistics. So set some limits, figure out what works best for you and your child.